that he has blown everybody out of the water. But are you resisting that? Or are you acknowledging
he's getting better every day? He's very coachable, very likable.
He doesn't look like a 5th-round pick out there. Is that fair?
Can we wait till the pass rush and shoulder pads get on? I mean, it is touch football, Aaron.
The Shedeur's work yesterday was in the red zone period.
What do you say when you hear that narrative that the Browns are
mistreating him?
Yes.
I shake my head. I don't understand it at all. They complicated their own situation by drafting him.
Those plays are intercepted. It's a different game altogether, and we're calling for Shedeur Sanders.
Well. Talk about a complete 180. Tony Grossi just pulled off one of the most stunning reversals of the entire season. For months, Grossi has been among Shedeur Sanders' harshest critics. He questioned the young quarterback's composure, doubted his ability to lead, and dismissed his playing style as more flash than substance. He made it crystal clear Shedeur wasn't ready for the NFL, wasn't talented enough, and definitely wasn't franchise quarterback material. Now, Grossi can't stop singing his praises. The same reporter who relentlessly criticized Sanders is now declaring that Shedeur outperforms Dylan Gabriel. And here's the kicker. He's actively campaigning for Shedeur Sanders to become the Cleveland Browns' starting quarterback. You heard that correctly. Grossi is all in on Shedeur. This isn't just a subtle shift in opinion, it's a full-blown transformation. A critic who used to throw constant shade now sounds like he's running the Shedeur Sanders fan club, and the entire NFL world is buzzing about it. So what changed? After that physical battle against the Steelers, something finally clicked. Shedeur displayed poise, pinpoint accuracy, and unwavering confidence under pressure, the kind of elite performance that silences doubters instantly. Grossi's narrative has completely flipped from he's not ready for this level to he's the future of this franchise. It's the kind of dramatic turnaround that makes everyone stop and take notice. Tony Grossi has never held back when it comes to criticizing Shedeur Sanders.
We're talking 10-yard passes here in 7-on-7.
Do 10-yard passes count in the NFL? But you're making it sound like they don't. Don't they count?
Yeah.
Don't the 10-yarders count too, Tone? Or does it got to be a
they do,
40-yard bomb?
I'm trying to put it in perspective.
But this time, the story is completely different.
Those plays are intercepted. It's a different game altogether, and we're calling for Shedeur Sanders.
In the past, Grossi went after Shedeur Sanders relentlessly, even when the young quarterback was dealing with injuries. When Shedeur mentioned having arm soreness, Grossi didn't hesitate to pounce. On live television, he openly mocked him, questioning how a quarterback could possibly be sore after taking fewer practice reps than his teammates.
So it was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus God, would you give him a chance?
It was harsh, it was calculated, and it painted Shedeur as mentally and physically soft, something that didn't sit well with Browns fans at all. Grossi's comments were dismissive and disrespectful, attacking Sanders' toughness and dedication when the kid was already battling through legitimate pain. But here's what matters. Shedeur never took the bait. He stayed composed, kept his focus locked in, and let his performance on the field speak for itself. He understood that Grossi's words couldn't define who he was as a player. And now, look who's suddenly changing their story. Tony Grossi's dramatic shift reveals everything you need to know about what's happening in Cleveland right now. The energy throughout the city is electric. Browns fans are demanding louder than ever for Shedeur Sanders to take control of the offense. Even analysts across the league are starting to ask the obvious question: why is Kevin Stefanski still committed to Dylan Gabriel when he hasn't delivered a single impressive performance? The frustration is reaching a boiling point, and the pressure for a quarterback change is mounting fast.
This is who Kevin wanted, though. That's the thing. Like, this is Kevin's guy. I get so frustrated watching it because, a lot of times we feel like, oh, they're trying to stick a square peg into a round hole and all this stuff. Not now.
Let's not forget, this is the same Tony Grossi that Shedeur Sanders confronted face-to-face after that preseason matchup against the Panthers. Until that moment, Grossi hadn't said one positive thing about him, not a single compliment. Every comment, every take, every article, loaded with skepticism and harsh criticism. But this time, Shedeur wasn't going to let it slide. With confidence in his eyes and calm conviction in his voice, he walked directly up to Grossi and asked, "You still don't believe in me?"
I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't seen nothing positive that you ever said. I think something positive every day.
That moment wasn't just a confrontation, it was a defining statement. Shedeur Sanders was done being counted out, and from that moment forward, the entire atmosphere in Cleveland began to shift. Despite everything that's happened, Tony Grossi is now reversing course, and it's obvious something major has changed. Dylan Gabriel was never truly the answer. He was a prospect that Kevin Stefanski invested heavily in, but the reality is simple. The expectations have never matched the actual results. Game after game, Gabriel's performances have fallen short of justifying the faith the organization placed in him, and now both fans and analysts are seeing through the hype. And Grossi isn't the only one flipping the script. Rex Ryan, another longtime critic of Shedeur Sanders, has made a stunning 180-degree turn of his own. Just last week, Ryan was on television absolutely ripping into Sanders, accusing him of lacking preparation, questioning his work ethic, and claiming he didn't deserve a starting opportunity over Dylan Gabriel. His commentary was brutal, dismissive, and delivered with zero hesitation. But the backlash hit hard. Fans called him out across social media, analysts pushed back with facts, and suddenly his tone shifted dramatically. Now, Rex Ryan has become one of Shedeur's most vocal advocates. He's publicly criticized Kevin Stefanski for not elevating Sanders to the backup quarterback instead of bringing in veteran Joe Flacco. Ryan called it a wasted opportunity, a failure to properly invest in the team's future. He argued passionately that the Browns should be prioritizing the development of young quarterbacks, giving them meaningful reps, building their confidence, and providing them the opportunity to prove they can lead this franchise into the next generation. According to Ryan, Shedeur Sanders isn't just depth on the roster. He's a rare, elite talent with the potential to become the undisputed face of the franchise, a future leader who absolutely deserves his opportunity. And it's not just analysts anymore. The frustration is spreading inside the locker room too. Myles Garrett, the Browns' defensive cornerstone and respected team leader, has reportedly expressed his frustration with Stefanski's decision-making. He's questioned the predictable offensive play calling, the lack of innovation, and most importantly, the stubborn decision to keep rolling with Dylan Gabriel despite his ongoing struggles. Garrett didn't sugarcoat it. He's fed up with the same disappointing pattern, week after week of narrow losses, missed opportunities, and wasted potential. He's made it abundantly clear something has to change, and that change might need to start at the quarterback position. The buzz throughout Cleveland is growing louder by the day. Fans feel it building. Analysts recognize it, and even the locker room understands. The Browns can't afford to keep overlooking Shedeur Sanders much longer.
It's not like they can be any more frustrated than the people who are out there putting their body on the line and not winning. No. They wear the colors, they come and support us, and we will be forever grateful. But you can never be more frustrated than someone who's actually in that ring or on that field. And hoping that they continue to support us, and we're going to continue to put our bodies on the line and give everything until we can find a way to start winning and winning in succession. But, man, it's tough. It's tough.
Dylan Gabriel's recent performances have completely transformed the conversation in Cleveland. What started as a quiet quarterback debate has exploded into a full-blown controversy, with even his staunchest critics like Tony Grossi now openly calling for Shedeur Sanders to take over as the Browns' franchise quarterback. For months now, Gabriel has struggled to deliver consistency. His unreliable play has frustrated fans, frustrated analysts, and now it's even frustrating players inside the Browns' locker room. The backlash has intensified so dramatically that some of Sanders' loudest doubters, including Grossi himself, are suddenly reversing their positions. Grossi, who once wrote off Sanders as not ready for the NFL level, is now publicly stating that Shedeur is superior to Dylan Gabriel and deserves the opportunity to lead Cleveland's offense. That kind of dramatic reversal tells you everything about just how badly things have deteriorated for Gabriel. But Grossi isn't alone in his complete turnaround. Rex Ryan, who previously blasted Sanders for supposedly lacking dedication and preparation, has now joined the growing movement of support. He's even publicly called out Kevin Stefanski for not naming Sanders the backup over Joe Flacco, labeling it a critical missed opportunity to develop elite young talent. Ryan's complete reversal demonstrates just how much pressure is building for a major change at quarterback. And it's not just media personalities anymore. Actual players are speaking out. Myles Garrett, one of the Browns' most respected and influential leaders, has openly questioned Stefanski's decision-making process. He's criticized the stagnant offensive play calling, the stubborn commitment to Gabriel, and the team's repeated inability to escape the same frustrating cycle of underperformance and squandered potential. With mounting pressure from critics, players, and passionate fans alike, Stefanski may soon have no choice but to make a move. The demands for Shedeur Sanders are becoming impossible to ignore, and it's starting to feel inevitable that change is coming to Cleveland. So now the critical questions remain. Is it finally time for Shedeur Sanders to take over as the Browns' starting quarterback? Has Dylan Gabriel officially run out of chances? And will Stefanski listen to the overwhelming noise or stubbornly double down on his current decision? From Tony Grossi to Rex Ryan to Myles Garrett, the tide has unmistakably turned. Something's about to break in Cleveland. The only question left